middling traction setups most of the time. Like I personally play it at 48 FPS and mid-level, like a mid-level traction upgrade. Feels pretty good here. Players have given us the ready. And we'll throw them in with a countdown.
Countdown has been given.
So this track is fairly simple. So there's not going to be too much analysis to give. There are going to be a couple of spots that are going to warrant something deeper than standard play-by-play. But that's about it. We're just waiting on players to restart for the actual run. As I said earlier, this is one of those tracks where one mistake can very much cost you at higher levels. Not every track has a threshold like that, because some of them are just long enough and technical enough that mistakes are almost inevitable. This is not one of them. Right. And Mikey's away. So this track opens up on a long straight with just a couple of minor slalom-ish obstacles. You want to typically cut very close to them and then just take corners as tight as possible, like everywhere else. And holding that little boost like Mike did isn't something every player goes for, as evidenced by Ace not doing it. He likes to break this boost up. These little gates that Mike did move on later laps, so they are one of the only mildly threatening obstacles on this track. The other one is coming up in a few seconds for Mike. So we've got this little uphill segment, which can actually be a bit of a trap sometimes. I know I've lost runs to that trying to be too greedy. But then this figure 8. This is one of those spots where it's really tricky to keep your heat optimal. And Mike came out of that with lower heat, so that half-second lead that Ace has isn't really a half-second lead. Mike has just used less heat, so he's boosted less and can boost more on these later laps.
Yeah. Valkyrie has a very distinctive pattern to it. On the second lap, it's the left side that is more optimal, and on the third lap, the right side is more optimal with the gate patterns.
Yeah. And nice. Then we're going back to this uphill. And then we're going to go up the straight into the figure 8 again. Both players are on much more similar heat this time. Mikey is lower than Ace again, though. See if that bites him, because he might underheat with that. Not quite. 52.25, and that is the exact margin from lap 1. They are neck and neck. Ooh, Mike did drop that boost a little early.
Mike did it. Oh, he's holding.
He held the boost, yep.
He's caught up because he was able to save it there.
And Mike on a good line there. He's at lower heat. We'll see if he can overheat at the line, or at least come close to it. This might come down to just who has higher heat at the line itself.
Oh man, he almost caught up. Now he's going a lot more aggressive.
Yep. Alright, see who has a cleaner hairpin. Mike kicked out a little wide. Ace did not. Got some frame drops. They're boosting here. Mike got it.
Beat it by 1/10 of a second. No,
Jesus.
It's actually 800ths of a second. Mike wins by 800ths of a second.
And they approached it with different strats. That's one of those things where it's something Ace has been saying for a while now, and I've been echoing the preaching. Boost patterns matter far less than having clean lines like both of them did. And Ace is taking us to Zugga Skips with no Ben.
Oh man, this is probably going to be one that I suspect Mike's going to get decimated on, because he has this is one track that he banned, and I'm surprised he didn't ban it.
I mean, my question is, and I'm assuming he's not going to go for it. Does Ace go for double or, dare I say, triple skip? Because Zugga has 3 skips that you can chain together.
Yes.
I don't think he will, but he can. And that's something to always consider. And